Well, these numbers might surprise you. It's estimated nearly 12 million Canadians are living with diabetes or pre-diabetes, and diabetes is responsible for up to 30% of strokes in this country. Those numbers from Diabetes Canada. So we've teamed up with Novo Nordisk to raise awareness about the link between type 2 diabetes and stroke and the signs you should know. With more, we're joined by Dr. Grace Chua, a cardiologist with Mackenzie Health. Doctor, it's great to have you in studio.
Thanks, Kelsey. It's a pleasure to be here.
So I'm going to add another stat here. According to a survey commissioned by Diabetes Canada, about 2/3 of Canadians don't know that stroke is one of the major complications of diabetes. Dr. Chua, can you explain the link between the two and what is happening in the body?
Sure. So there are three major mechanisms for stroke. One is a blockage that forms within the arteries in your neck. And so these plaques or blockages can rupture, cause clots, and blocks the blood flow to the brain, causing a stroke. Second mechanism is a dysfunction of the lining of the artery of small vessels in the brain and decreasing blood flow and causing strokes as well. The third mechanism is blood clots forming in your heart, usually associated with an irregular heart rhythm, such as atrial fibrillation. And when these clots travel to the brain, they can also cause a stroke. So there are many mechanisms. The link, though, is that the longer you have diabetes or bathe your organs with high sugars, it causes increase of the mechanisms and therefore increased stroke. So the duration of diabetes is important. Also, I have to state that it doesn't start right at the time of diagnosis of diabetes. Even pre-diabetes, before you end up on medications of diabetes, the risk for stroke is higher.
So what can someone do if they are living with type 2 diabetes? What can they do to lower their risk of stroke?
So the lowering of risk is lowering risk factors. So other risk factors besides diabetes include high blood pressure, high cholesterol, smoking, sedentary lifestyle, excess weight, and sleep apnea. So really pay attention to your health. Exercise, 150 minutes of good cardiovascular exercise per week. Maintain a healthy diet full of vegetables and fruit, avoid sugar, and maintain a good weight, because bad fat can cause increased inflammation and insulin resistance. As well, work with your doctor. Really do so, because monitoring is important. You really need to know when your risk factors go up, and early treatment is important to prevent complications.
Well, a number of people living with diabetes or pre-diabetes are undiagnosed. So what are some of the signs we should be looking out for?
So that's a very good question, because a lot of patients with pre-diabetes or early diabetes actually don't have any symptoms. So that's why it's important to monitor your blood pressure, sugars with your doctor. Important to see them early and regularly, so you can find out if your sugars are going up. You make an early change to prevent diabetes. If you have advanced diabetes or high sugars, you can get excess urination, weight loss, blurry vision, more infections than normal, and wounds that are harder to heal.
Take us through some of the signs of stroke and when someone should seek immediate medical attention.
So the key here is sudden onset of symptoms. So you can get sudden onset of confusion, sudden onset of speech difficulty, weakness or numbness, typically on one side, or visual disturbance. So if you see any of these symptoms and it's sudden and unexpected, go to the emergency room right away, because early treatment of acute stroke prevents damage to your heart, prevents complications and loss of function.
This is all really great information. If you're looking for a couple great resources, head to heartandstroke.ca and diabetes.ca. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you. It's a pleasure.
Your morning is brought to you in part by Novo Nordisk.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you liked this, be sure to subscribe here, or you can check out more Your Morning videos right here.